collected shells, set up a paper flower shop on the beach. All the mothers would make the flowers and we'd start trading. Because Belgians have always been traders. How's it, everyone? A quick short video of the Belgian beachfront. We are in Knokke. Just wanted to show you what it looks like. Turn this around. Right, this is the dike. That's 10 kilometers down there. You have Zeebrugge. And then here you have the beach with all the little white cabins. There. That's the North Sea. The English like to call it the English Channel, but across the water there you'll have England. But we call it the North Sea. And if you go that way, about 5 k's, you go to Holland. And I'm here on my dad's antique bicycle. This is a competition rally. It's more than 50 years old. Check it out. And a very famous racing driver, a very famous Belgian used to race this bike, obviously more than 50 years ago. And he won some competitions with this exact bike. And can you believe it? It still works just fine. It shows you, back in those days, they made things that lasted. So I'm going to go and cycle to Holland with this antique and go check out the nature reserve at the other end and go say hi to Holland. See you there. Right, here we are on the antique bicycle, cruising down the dike. Ocean on the left, extremely expensive apartments on the right. And we're all at the very edge of Belgium. It's a beautiful day. It's not season yet, so it's nice and quiet. Early June. Come here July, August. You can't move on this dike. Dogs are allowed on the beach. As you can see, most of these apartments are empty. These are all holiday apartments. Construction going on, getting ready for summer. Lekkerbek Beach. You have all these beach clubs with playgrounds and lots of catamarans and all these little sailing boats. And there must be about 20 of these littered around the Belgian beachfront. They're only open about 3 months a year. It's great sailing conditions here most of the time. It's usually quite windy. And in here, you have probably the most expensive apartments in Belgium. This is the very last building until you hit the nature reserve, and then you're in Holland. So if you want this very corner apartment here, it's probably 20 million euros plus, which is insane. No one's ever there. Maybe they use it a few weeks a year. And this is the surfer's paradise. It's great for kids to learn how to surf and kite surf. Ooh, there's a nature reserve we have. A whole bunch of rams. Alright, we're going to keep going. This is now nature reserve. And just now we're going to see a rabbit, a big statue of a rabbit. And that'll mean we have arrived. Let me speed up a bit. Got to get used to this one-handed cycling with a camera in the one hand. Probably not the safest thing to do, but until I buy a clip that fits on my jacket, this is the way we're doing it. You see those cranes in the distance and those buildings? That's Katzand, that's Holland. This is all protected land. Most of the beaches in Belgium are built up, and this little bit here is like a sanctuary. Hence that piece of property at the end cost 20+ million euros for a 3-bedroom flat. Almost there. I'm sure Cully and the editors will fast forward this piece. There is the rabbit. His ears sticking out. We're almost there. This is the end of the road of Belgium. Right there, it ends. And there's the estuary, and that divides Belgium from Holland. Those buildings over there is Holland. And here the road ends. That's it, Belgium ends right here. Well, over those dunes and over that river. And there is we call it the Konijn. And the Konijn, which means rabbit. There's a statue there. A lot of kids like to play on it. It's quite cool. Obviously this place is full of little rabbits. And so this is at Sven, and this nature reserve is quite famous for bird watching. You can see, I think it's high tide. Yeah, you can cycle all the way around it, or you can walk along the beach that way. To cycle around it probably take you about an hour. It's quite beautiful, and on the other side it's all dikes, so this is still most of it normal land, but when you go to the Dutch side it's all reclaimed land. And this river, well, it used to be a river, it's all silted up now, but this used to be the river that would take you to Bruges. So I think it was formed 900 years ago, apparently by some storm, and that was when Bruges was one of the capitals of Europe. The trading capital of Europe was in Bruges, which is only about a 25-minute drive from here. But this was the river that would take all the trade to mainland Europe. Hence Bruges was formed. Those days are over. Now it's just a nature reserve and the river has silted up. Antwerp is now the main harbour that has taken over. So there you have it. Cheers. Right, we've gotten off our bike. Now we're going to take a walk to the estuary and go see Holland quickly. Right, park the antique over there. It's the end of the road. There's the rabbit in the distance. There's the nature reserve. And now we go and walk to the beach. Testing, testing, yes. Sound is on. Still getting used to this camera. Right, here's the beach. Here it comes. It's almost high tide. We have extremely long tides here. And these are called golvenbrekers, which mean the breaker of the waves. And every few hundred meters, you'll see them all the way down on the beach. And way in the distance there, you have Zeebrugge, the harbour. And then over there, the estuary starts. And those buildings over there is Holland. Now, growing up in Belgium, I remember we used to look for shells because people sell flowers, paper flowers. And the money we would use is this over here, this shell. It's called a couteau, which means knife in French, because it has a little knifey edge on it. And they're quite hard to find. So all these other shells in the flower world on the beach are worthless. You have to find these. Here's another one. Back in the day, 10 of these will buy you a flower. Inflation, unfortunately, has caught up. I was looking the other day. You need a few hundred to buy a flower. So, anyway, childhood memories. And we used to catch crabs. We'd take a piece of fish or any rope, really, add tie a mussel to it, and then we'd climb on those rocks and catch little crabs. And back in the day, you could eat them. They were quite nice. I don't know if I'd still try that today, but anyway, back in the day, that's what we did. We collected shells, set up a paper flower shop on the beach. All the mothers would make the flowers and we'd start trading. Because Belgians have always been traders. So from as kids, you have to start buying and selling flowers on the beach. See all those ships over there? They are all going to Antwerp. So a few islands down almost, if you will, through Holland. You have a place called Breskes, and then through there the ships make their way to Antwerp, which is the second largest port in Europe. And this is the Golvenbreker. I mean, they've been around. This is built in probably World War I. And that's to stop the sand and the beaches from eroding. Still doing a fantastic job, obviously. I don't think I should go down there, I'll break my neck. Yeah, and if you keep walking all the way down there, you can have a drink in one of those restaurants on the beach, and everything's Holland. Your cell phone carrier suddenly says welcome to Holland, which we won't do today, but anyway, I'm glad to show you what this end of Belgium looks like. Cheers.